The sudden illumination of 3I Atlas was not a slow burn. Every solar observatory on the entire planet registered the exact same impossible anomaly appearing in our night sky. His research highlights that 3I Atlas displayed non-gravitational acceleration, which ice jets simply cannot explain to us. In his expert view, this could be the technological footprint of an active internal engine driving the object. This massive Manhattan-sized entity is tearing through deep space at 130,000 miles per hour. The scientific community is forced to confront the question: if nature did not power this object, what did? On July 1st, 2024, the Atlas system flagged a high-velocity signature deep within the Sagittarius constellation. Initial telemetry locked its speed at 58 kilometers per second, every single planet in our solar system. Within days, trajectory models confirmed the impossible. This was an interstellar. They named it 3I Atlas. Following the tumbling cigar, Oumuamua and the comet Borisov found years prior, Hubble Space Telescope observations in July revealed a teardrop-shaped dust shroud encasing a solid and icy core within. The spectrum screened carbon dioxide, but showed almost no water vapor, and the tail defied all solar physics. To grasp why the brightening of Atlas is so baffling, you have to understand basic comet anatomy first. When the James Webb Space Telescope locked on, it found carbon dioxide ratios that were completely broken down. Solar system comets are water heavy, but for 3I Atlas, the carbon dioxide to water ratio was 8:1. Metal analysis found nickel vapor, but zero iron. A chemical profile matching synthetic alloys used in human metallurgy. Let us discuss the anti-tail, a 10,000-kilometer jet of dust and gas aimed directly sunward. While standard theory suggests heating, a technological theory suggests this anti-tail was actually on October 3rd, 2025. 3I Atlas skimmed past Mars, while humanity's entire fleet watched closely. On October 29th at perihelion, the object's brightness surged, scaling to the power of 7.5. Instruments saw the object turn blue, meaning gas emissions were drowning out dust reflections at an impossible rate. Avi Loeb proposed that an internal heat source or an engine could shift the thermal spectrum toward blue. Calculations suggest it would need to be 33 billion tons, creating a paradox that defies our physics models. The solar blackout provided the perfect moment for an Oberth to maximize energy efficiency for a ship. Rumors flew that Atlas was broadcasting signals, yet no radio telescope has confirmed a transmission from the object. A massive coronal mass ejection aimed straight at 3I Atlas, striking the object days before its perihelion. The object took the sun's hardest punch, survived the plasma wave without disintegrating, and kept moving forward fast. Compared to Oumuamua and Borisov, 3I Atlas stands alone in history as the true king of weird. The next stop is Jupiter, where probes will watch for a separation event to prove it is artificial. The scientific consensus is less than 1%, but that 1% chance keeps us looking up. Tonight, this event serves as a critical drill, teaching us exactly how to track these fast movers now. 3I Atlas engaged the public like nothing else, reminding us that the universe is truly permeable. Things get in even if it is just a rock. It is from a different system. Let us recap the facts. Hyperbolic trajectory. 68 kilometers per second carbon dioxide rich and iron There was a blue flash at perihelion. No radio signals and no obvious course corrections observed. The picture is of a black swan comet, rare, ancient, chemically distinct, but ultimately entirely natural. Strangeness is likely a product of our own ignorance, not a result of their engineering. Early December, it is back. The brightening stalled, the blue faded, and the trajectory is smooth. The nucleus is whole and it survived. The lack of surprises is the surprise to us. It is returning to normalcy. The engine did not fire again. It is just fading rock juice. Mission data arriving in February will likely confirm that the drama is finally ending. What did we learn? We can catch them. Galactic chemistry is diverse and cosmic rays cook comets. We are not isolated. The boundaries of our system are open and Atlas is a data courier. March 2026 sees Juno at Jupiter for the final look. Checking for ultraviolet emissions and it will measure the gravitational tug to weigh the comet and solve the density paradox forever. 3 objects in 8 years. Oumuamua was small and inert, while Borisov was medium and active. Atlas was large and hyperactive. But we are biased towards spotting what is big and bright. The fact that we found a giant so soon suggests there are millions of dwarfs missed. The real friction was between aliens and rock. The public wants answers while science offers probabilities. Radical honesty is the only fix. Saying we do not know a hard sell on TikTok. By 2040, it is in the Kuiper Belt, and by 2050, it crosses the heliopause. Let us rewind to the pivotal moment, the blackout solar conjunction and the so-called blind spot. Ground telescopes died, but solar satellites lived, capturing the traveler and sparking every conspiracy. Brightening is normal, but Badham saw the math broken. It was brightening twice as fast as expected. The U.S. Naval Research Lab confirmed the blue shift. A rock should be red or white. The sun is 5,800 Kelvin, but this object looked hotter or perhaps artificial. Consensus says it is gas like cyanogen or ammonia, which glow blue when excited by sunlight. A massive venting event explains the light, requiring the comet to be a chemically unique tank. Identified non-gravitational acceleration. The object was speeding up, which fits both the rocket and impulse theories. Loeb connected the dots: acceleration plus blue glow equals engine, while nature says it equals venting. Loeb laid the trap. A natural rocket is dirty, while an artificial rocket is clean and fast. Oumuamua was the prototype accelerating without a coma. But 3I Atlas had the wrong tail. In July 2025, the anti-tail appeared, a fan of light pointing directly into the solar wind. Science says heavy dust grains lagging behind explain it, but by September the geysers simply shut off. Loeb saw a braking maneuver. The anti-tail was a retro rocket firing forward to slow it down. Then came the nickel. Seeing one without iron is physically illegal in standard cometary science models. The only match is nickel tetracarbonate, a synthetic gas found only in factories, suggesting industrial exhaust. Loeb warned of the Trojan horse. If it is a probe, we are missing the contact. On October 3rd, the high-rise camera on Mars took a shot that could resolve a fuselage. NASA went dark and conspiracy theorists screamed cover-up, but the government simply stopped paying the electric bill. Bureaucracy blinded us. The high-definition close-up remains locked in a server, waiting for a budget vote. A fake Level 5 memo surfaced on the dark web, claiming active vector control and non-natural fake radio signals like the gate awaits circulated, proving how badly people wanted it to be true. Statler says it does comet things. The anti-tail was dust and the nickel was likely natural. There is one card left to play. On October 30th, Europa Clipper crosses the comet's ion tail. Clipper can taste the tail, sniffing ions to tell us if the nickel is natural or refined. If the budget are not passed by November 6th, we might miss the alien DNA test. 3I Atlas is leaving. It confused our physicists and is now heading back to the void. The consensus is that it is a natural, ancient, irradiated, and weird comet from the past. We proved we can spot them, and next time when the next visitor arrives, we are ready. 3I Atlas was not the answer. It was the practice run, and that is a victory.